Good evening. The Premier John Brumby has given in-principle support to 59 of the 67 recommendations from the Bushfires Royal Commission, but he's treading warily on some of the more expensive ones, like a land buyback scheme and putting power cables underground. Also today, the Commissioners spoke for the first time about their report and the emotional cost of a harrowing inquiry. Jane Cowan reports.
Would the Commissioners stay or go?
If I had a swimming pool and a wet blanket alongside, I might stay longer than I would otherwise do.
But how many people really want to make a wager on their life? Because that's what it really is.
But Commissioner McLeod said if the policy had been properly applied on Black Saturday, the death toll could have been halved.
They're either children or elderly people or people who were infirm for one reason or another. They shouldn't have been there.
They hinted at their attempt to make the recommendations realistic.
We're not ignorant of the pressures on government.
And acknowledged a pervading sense of sadness.
There are times that there was really a dry eye in the room.
You couldn't help but feel your heart had taken over from your mind.
The Commissioners stayed well away from the politics surrounding bushfire policy, making no comment about what the Victorian Government will do with their report or the individuals named in it. The Premier promised in-principle support for all but 8 of the recommendations, including a major shift on evacuation.
We do fully support voluntary evacuation.
But other big-ticket items like underground power lines and land buybacks are on a shakier footing.
We are not ruling in, we are not ruling out those recommendations.
The government should be accepting, in principle, all the recommendations and getting on with it.
As for the Commissioners...
It's a pity if we simply go off and read a book.
I'm certainly exhausted, but with the satisfaction of feeling that I've done all I reasonably could for the 173, I will, if the Daylesford CFA will take me, volunteer.
How could they say no? Jane Cowan, ABC News, Melbourne.